We finally made it through the time travel episode. But we still have one more time travel event to do. We've come a long way. We learned a lot of important information, and now that we know that information, I want to take you back to October 28th, and the spooky month was reaching its conclusion. And we were about to do the story of Morass, and we're going to go back to one of our favorite places. I'll see you there. Okay, so my dailies are done. I'm going to level up real quick. Let's go through all these. Okay, that wasn't enough, but I can top it off with, or top it up, whatever the expression is. Just do that real quick. So now I'm level 230, which means we can go to the next area. Morass. Here's the problem. I am fairly certain this content gets into a lot of stuff that we haven't seen in the series before. And I think it's kind of important, the relevant info. But the stories that it connects to, I can't do right now because they require long quests, and I don't really have the time to do it. So most likely you're not going to be seeing this video. You're not going to be seeing this clip in the episode right after like what I've been doing. We might have to do some time traveling. So you might see this in a later episode. Maybe I'll keep this in. And then later on you'll see the rest, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start this, and then we're going to see where it goes. Which video it goes into, rather. This tree is looking very pixelated, or maybe it's just fuzzy. I don't know. Where are we? Oh, here's flying fish. Okay. With flying fish, we sink down into the water, heading towards the morass. I thought the arcane river evaporated you into Erda if you fell into it? I guess that's not a problem anymore. Also, flying fish can talk now because the Erda is becoming more concentrated further down the river. Also, flying fish is the will of Erda, apparently. We see creatures on the seafloor that are supposedly recreated from our own memory, but we haven't actually done this content yet, so it's weird. These guys are androids made by the Blackwings, I think. After fighting through the Xenoroids, we spot the girl who was wandering through Arcana, as well as Arcarium. He reveals the girl's name to be Tana, and tells her that the Black Mage can help her with the pain she's experiencing. We get spotted, and the surprise causes Tana's power to spiral out of control, resulting in a manifestation of the Kingdom of Critias to appear in the distance. Tana finally calms down, but seems distressed about the manifestation. Flying Fish explains how powerful Tana is, and we express our desire to convince her not to go to the Black Mage. The morass suddenly takes hold, and things go dark. When we come to, the surroundings have changed, and we are directly in Truefet, a city in Critias. Residia tries to recall what was just happening, but gets bumped by some dude named Jean, and seems to fall back into whatever role they inhabited in this memory realm, namely a person named Shay. Jean steals Shay's money and runs off, and Shay gives chase. Look at these guys! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Cut that out. Jean gets caught, and tosses all Shay's money to the cats, which we have to collect. Jean the thief always has a backup plan. We return to the plaza where Tana has appeared. Jean attempts to pickpocket her, but she grabs him first. Suddenly, a bundle of anti-magic stones falls, causing a catastrophic explosion. Tana pushes Jean out of the way and is seen to be obliterated by the blast. Soon after, though, she reappears, apparently having regenerated. According to the date shown, 2 years have passed in the memory, and Residia gets snapped out of their state by flying fish. The urgency of getting out of this place is explained in a little more detail. We have to leave before we're trapped in the memory, And also you turn into Erda if that happens? While we look for a way out, we pretend to be Shay to gather more information. Apparently Shay is a priest of some great temple and is well known around the city. We take a break to beat up some hooligans who are stealing things from people. After that, we learn a bit more about the event that occurred with Tana. After she rematerialized, she was taken by soldiers and the locals never saw her again. A strange book has appeared in our inventory, and the writer speaks about the events 2 years ago, as well as some more recent notes about Jean and his interest in Tana. Apparently we're supposed to be meeting with the High Priest, so we go to see him. That's Arcarium. Yep. Hi, bud. After our little reunion with Arcarium, we suddenly appear in some sort of dungeon, likely a little further in time in the memory. We discover Tana in the dungeon, chained up on some kind of experimentation platform. It seems like she's stuck in the memory as well, though she recognizes us. The researchers mention that they're trying to figure out how to use her regenerative abilities on other people, and seem rather callous about how the experiments are affecting Tana. They're doing these tests every day, and every time they do, her body disintegrates and then reforms. The researchers suggest we collect notes from a scientific journal that were taken by shadow creatures, so we go look for them. Soon after the explosion they found Tana. They tested for about 2 months and found that regenerating her full body over and over caused Tana's memory to get fragmented and lost. 16 months later, after not getting good results, they decided to risk extreme methods. Looks like it worked out real great for them, because the next day she caught a power blast at unmade 6 researchers. Good work, guys. But hey, at least the former high priest gained a conscience after a year and a half of killing this girl every day. Arcarium, the current high priest, lends his expertise, and the experiment seems to be a temporary success. We talk to Tana, and she seems very out of it, not even able to place emotions about what's happening to her. Flying Fish directs us to hide as something important is about to happen. Jean unceremoniously drops in. Jean gets to meet Tana again after the tragedy 2 years ago. He tries to rescue her, but apparently it's beyond his capabilities. Instead, he decides to spend as much time with her as he can, telling her stories and offering her food. Arcarium continues with the tests, but King Hecaton begins to get impatient. The experiments are apparently meant for granting the king eternal life, and he's not happy that it's taken so long. He demands that the experiments be accelerated regardless of their effect on Tana. It seems that pushed Tana too much, and her power starts running out of control. Somehow Hecaton survives, but he seems off. Our journal has updated, and we learned that the king was once kind and wise, but the threat of old age pushed him to fear and cruelty. We see Jean appear again, and Tana brushes him off. She knows she's going to disappear soon and doesn't want him around for it. He knows she doesn't mean her harsh words. Tana gets stressed out about her imminent demise, and her power starts going wild again. Jean helps her get it back under control. Jean made plans with Shay to help Tana escape, but according to Flying Fish, that escape failed. In this memory world, we need to try again and make sure it succeeds this time, so that Tana can wake up and get everyone out of the memory. Jean asks us to help find some gift to Tana he dropped. In the meanwhile, another update in our journal tells us that the shadows and experiments in the dungeons are actually the souls of the many people who vanished in the years of experiments, which tried to return in whatever form they could. A truly horrific fate. Turns out Jean's gift to Tana is a fragment of the anti-magic stone that fell and caused Tana and a whole bunch of other people to vanish from existence. Real smooth, Jean. We get stopped by Arcarium, who seems to be sympathetic to our cause and offers to help. Residia is understandably skeptical, but we don't have any other options. We meet with Tana to start up the plan. We see some thoughts from Shay, who can see a little into the future and sees no tragedy in it. Obviously they were wrong, and we need to figure out why it didn't go as planned. Jean mentions that we have a curious mark on our head, a purple eye, the same mark as Arcarium's symbol. Arcarium shows his hand and traps us in some sort of orb. Apparently he tricked Shay into intervening with the plan, but this time he'll do it himself. Jean is spotted, and King Hecaton orders the guards to kill him on the spot. He dies right in front of Tana. Instead of letting the experiment succeed, Tana takes the anti-magic stone that Jean gave her and crushes it, dooming her to an eternity of pain. Arcarium tells us his real goal, and it's surprisingly simple. He never wanted anything from Critias, but to see what happened in the end. It seems like Flying Fish is still able to maintain Jean's form, so we go together to find Tana. Druifet is an absolute disaster. King Hecaton can be seen looming in the distance, having combined with the castle in the sky. Apparently it was a failed experiment that caused Critias to be sent into the future, from some sort of time disruption. The Black Mage of that time period took notice and went to find Tana. This also implies that the Black Mage is coming, like, right now, from Critias' memory. We rush to the remains of the city, fighting through guards that seem to be breaking apart until we reach Tana and Arcarium. We try and fail to defeat Arcarium. He seems to be invincible right now. Flying Fish in Jean's body comes again to stop Tana. Tana unleashes her power on Arcarium, obliterating him in an instant.
Oh god.
The Black Mage does indeed seem to be approaching, so we need to leave now. We meet back up outside of the memory, but Flying Fish is still stuck as Jean for the moment. Tana has gone off on her own, apparently to help the Black Mage. Arcarium is on his last legs and hopes for the Black Mage to save him, but it doesn't seem that he gets his wish. Well, that was Morass, the 5th area. We got a new arcane symbol, which we can level up with more daily quests. And we learned a lot about Druifet and Critias' history. We learned about Tana, who is someone who can control the flow of Erda, which is very scary. And I guess she's on the Black Mage's side right now, which I didn't super understand during the story, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to figure that stuff out at a later date. But for now, I'm just going to keep doing the daily quests. And I have no idea which video you'll see this all in, but we'll see. And welcome back to the present. I haven't watched these clips back over again for like 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that there's nothing I need to go back in and fix. But hey, we're back in the present, so we'll just see where that goes. In fact, where it's going to go is the next area. We're going to Esfera. Hi, Jean. I remember you. Oh, hello, Ollie. Ah, she's a Cygnus Knight. Hey, what's up? Wait, do they know me? What's Melange's deal? Ah, okay, so yes, this is the culmination of the alliances forming. It's been years in the making? No, what? I guess, like, in real lifetime it is, but, like, story-wise? After getting sucked in by the strange door in Morass, we ride on our ship to the underside of the Arcane River and the wide open space of Esfera. There's a looming black moon in the sky, the place where the Black Mage resides. We're en route to it, but a mysterious person shows up and shoots down our ship, sending us tumbling down to the watery floor. We read a letter from Neinhard, the leader of the Cygnus Knights. The Knights seem to have our backs here, though we won't be able to contact them until we fix our equipment and regroup. We notice some strange Erda creatures nearby. Apparently they're made of the purest Erda currently known, and are more powerful as a result. We defeat them to gather firewood to dry and light our soaked flares. We locate our friends who have built a makeshift base with the wreckage of the ship. Melange points out that there's no sun in the sky, and suggests we investigate. They give us a staff that can play back memories. Our staff is powered by violence apparently, so we have to defeat living creatures to charge it. At this point in the game you really start to see the hoops they have to jump through to keep giving you monster hunting quests. We take a look in the memories lingering in this area and see someone who seems to be stealing Tana's power. Ollie mentions that he's named Will and is a Black Wings commander. He resides in somewhere known as the Mirror World, so he's rarely seen in Maple World. Will is interrupted by a sudden attack, causing Tana to fall into the sea. Suddenly, Will shows up to meet us, and quickly launches an attack. He talks a little about light and darkness, and suggests we'll meet again soon, before leaving again. We're still trying to figure out a way to patch up communications with the Rev, so Ollie suggests we defeat some enemies to get animal fat for a lubricant. Like I said, oops. We get into shaky contact with Neinhard, and Ollie reports that there's no sun in the sky. She says it in kind of a strange way, as if the Cygnus Knights had been anticipating something. Neinhard directs us to rescue and protect Tana. Ollie was apparently hurt when Will attacked, but she's okay. She makes it clear that Residia is the most important person right now, since they're the one who's going to fight the Black Mage. We head out again to look for Tana, and the scenery has changed. The power of the Mirror World is apparently flowing throughout Esfera, as a result of Will's ritual with Tana being stopped midway. We fight through Will's spidery monsters and eventually find them fighting against some other strange-looking creatures, who retreat after suffering casualties. Ollie shows her weird bloodlust for other creatures for a moment, then we use our staff to look through more memories. This one's a memory of Tana and her twin sister. They are led by executors, an old race that originated from Grandis to awaken their powers. There seems to be a prophecy about them. Tana's twin hears a strange voice, and the executors declare her to be Aona, the Transcendent of Light. We hypothesize that Tana's power over Erda is the same as the power of the Transcendent of Light. So, we need to talk about Transcendence. I don't know where you first learn about this information, but basically, the Transcendents are three beings within a world that govern the primordial forces of existence. Those three forces are light, life, and time. So there are three Transcendents of Mapleworld. And those three Transcendents are Alicia, also known as the World Tree or the Life Spark. We saw her in Root Abyss. She is the Transcendent of Life. Rinna is the Transcendent of Time. We've seen her at the Temple of Time, and we saved her from Arcarium. And the Transcendent of Light is the Black Mage. And it seems that Aona, who is apparently Tana's twin, is the Transcendent of Light for Grandis, which is separate from Mapleworld. Which also means that Grandis has its own Transcendent of Time and Life, which we don't know about yet. Point of note, Rinna is the former Transcendent of Time. She is not the current one. She passed down her powers to a child of sorts, and we'll find out about them eventually. But yeah, currently she is just a lowercase g goddess, I suppose. We watch more of Tana's memories and see Aona bullying Tana a little. She shows off her powers of destruction and laments at how nice it must be to not be the chosen one and how hard she has to work. After Aona leaves, Tana shows her powers of creation and suggests that both powers pair to form the power of the Transcendent of Light. We realize that this is the same power that the Black Mage holds as the Transcendent of Light of Mapleworld, and theorize that he's not just trying to destroy the world, he's trying to create a new one. We arrive at the place where Tana is trapped, and Ollie goes down to the seafloor to find her. She's attacked by something underwater as she retrieves Tana, and we hurry to reel them back up. Her bandage comes loose, and the symbol of will is seen on her arm. The executors go into attack mode at the site. They're the enemy of the spider after all. We fight off against hordes of them to protect Ollie. Will appears again. We get home base to transfer Ollie out of danger and prepare to fight Will to protect Tana, but we easily fail. For the first time we get called the Adversary, which seems to be the title of the one who will fight the Black Mage. Will throws us into the sea, and the mysterious person fighting Will has to make a decision. They opt to save us and allow Will to leave with Tana. Oh. We're sent back to home base. The sun has risen in the sky, and my launch tells us that we failed. Ollie is suffering from poison. The only thing we can do now is to defeat Will to save both her and Tana. He even invites us into his mirror world. We enter the mirror world and see that it shares the properties of the place where Tana and Iona used to live. We see another of Tana's memories, where she confronts her sister for destroying 7 races of Grandis. Tana decides to take Iona down. She succeeds and ends up killing her sister. Then she realizes that the voices her sister was hearing are now heard by her, and they are impossible to ignore. She resolves to go against the origin of the voices by any means necessary. In the present, Melange tells us that Will plans to merge Tana's power with that of the Black Mage, resulting in a being with the power of 2 Transcendents. This is a really cool illustration as well. Hey, Will! How's it going? Oh, we have to kill Tana to stop the merging of the sun and moon. Will. So this is a very hard fight, but story mode is probably a lot easier. He does some little pokes there. I believe when he hits you, yeah, okay, so he bounces you back and reverses your movement. He just has a lot of stuff that pops up throughout the fight that you have to try and avoid. This is another one of those fights where you can only use potions every so often. You have to be very careful. This fight, the real version, is also very unique in that you have to fight him in both the real world and the mirror world, and he has 2 health bars. But they don't seem to be doing it for the story mode version. In fact, he seems to be quite weak. Especially compared to, like, when we fought Lucid story mode, which took, like, 15 minutes or whatever. Oh, do we get a phase 2? Ooh. So this is phase 2. Now you can see his spidery reflection in the water. And he has a fun little thing where, yeah, so he's facing away from me, but his spider is betraying what he's going to do. So you have to watch his reflection as well. Oh, I guess that's it. Alright. Oh, does it do phase 3 too? Ooh. This phase is just a slugfest. You have to defeat him very quickly. I don't know if it'll happen in this version, but in the other modes, webs will start to appear around the arena. And if you hit those webs, then your skills get locked, which is basically a death sentence if the webs fill up the arena. So you have to be very quick. But yeah, they made it a lot easier for story mode. I will. It worked out great for you. Alright, time to kill Tana. According to Will, we need to kill Tana to stop the ritual. We decide that we can't do that though, and in the end the ritual succeeds. Not only that, but Will escapes and traps us in his mirror world to be killed by his spider followers. At the last second, Ollie comes to our rescue, with Nineheart and the rest of the Cygnus Knights close behind. Melange seems to grab something from Will that can be made use of. And of course, Will gets away, but still gets tracked down by the mysterious helper. We get one final glimpse of the Black Moon as the ritual is completed. We are rapidly approaching what is basically the front door of the Black Mage. We are pushing forward. We are so close to the place where he is. He just literally is right now. And as we went through Esfera, we met Will, who tried to prepare Tana for the ritual to create this black sun. And it seemed to have worked, although it doesn't look like it here, but that's fine. We also learned that Tana and her sister Aona, who were prepped to become the Transcendent of Light. Aona became the Transcendent of Light, but then Tana killed her and then took her place as the Transcendent. And she started hearing like those voices that were like telling her to do things as a Transcendent. But thankfully we seem to have, well, I don't know if we rescued her, but we at least didn't kill her, which is good. But it also means that we have to fight the Black Mage at full force. So we're gonna have to worry about that. We also got more daily quests. I don't know if they're gonna put me through some stuff first, but let's see. Okay, we're doing research on Esfera by killing monsters. Okay. Yeah, cool, easy. We've got this thing here. We got a quest called Cow's Memory. Yeah, let's approach the dimensional crack. Oh. Oh, that looks familiar. Oh, I don't remember that happening. That's interesting. So we're kind of getting a glimpse into what's up with Cow. Oh, remember this too? This is strange as well. Just like slightly out of order. Yeah, this is way different. It's a different portrait. Yeah, this is lining up again. Cow was weaker. Because they got tricked by Arma. Oh, she's looking rougher than before. My God, she dies in Cow's timeline? Oh no. Oh, Cow like completely changed their methodology because people were dying for them. Oh my God. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oh, there's a mirror. Oh, wow. Cow is not having it. Oh. God. Cow. Oh. She didn't mention Jean this time. Oh no, she did. Oh, hey Reno. Oh my God. Oh. Right, yeah, there would be no way for us to just kill Tana, the Transcendent of Light. Cal really did just believe Will when he said that the only way was to kill Tana, huh? I'm gonna equip this arcane symbol that we just got. This is the final symbol. And I believe this is going to push us to 1 million combat power. Yeah, we just hit it. That's pretty major. Considering I was fussing in the first few episodes about like, oh, like 200,000, 300,000 combat power. That's pretty cool. That's huge. We came a long way, honestly. So I'm very happy for that. I'm gonna do some bosses. Also check out these guys I got in my head. This is a cash effect, so it's not actually an item. You just do that. I got a couple other ones. And, there's that one. That's cute. These are all from the Fashion Week event. The next week opened up, so you can get some more stuff. So I'm gonna be deciding what to get from that as well. But for now, we're gonna do some more bosses. We're gonna start with Hilla. I'm pretty sure we did Hilla before, but now we're gonna do hard mode, which is harder. Hilla's not too complicated, although she does have some funny stuff. She can turn on damage reflect. There's just a lot of stuff you gotta avoid. Yeah, okay, yeah. So she turns into a vampire in hard mode, and if she has her monsters on the map, then she'll start regaining HP. This will come pretty fast. I am really beating her up though. So now she's down to half health, so her hair turns white, and I guess that makes her more of a vampire. Okay, well, that was easier than I expected it to be. Didn't really see any of Hilla's mechanics, but that's fine. That's another weekly boss I can do for mostly just messos. Hilla is like, I'm pretty sure she's another Black Wings commander. She's certainly under the Black Mage. And I think she's like from an old civilization called Aswan. I may be wrong about that. I don't actually know when the game gets into her story. Next one is Hard Magnus, and I could have sworn this was a daily boss before, but it seems to be weekly now. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I might have to look into that. But yeah, hard mode is just... I'm pretty sure his mechanics are exactly the same. He just hits harder and has more health. I don't think it'll be a problem, but we'll see. His meteors get a lot more scary in this version. Okay. You can burst him though, or you can bind him, which helps a lot. Where is my bird? That was a mess, but that's fine. Still did quite a bit of damage to him. What's he doing? Oh. So, Magnus does give you 15 lives, which is nice. But it's counterbalanced by the fact that his mechanics are a little ridiculous. Oh, goodness me. But yeah. That's it. Oh my goodness. That was a lot of achievements. Sometimes you can also get, didn't get it, but he drops Tyrant gear, which isn't super useful, but it's interesting. It like costs more money to Star Force it, but it gives more boosts each time you Star Force it than usual. Which I don't think there's many items that do that. We got some other stuff that we already have on. But yeah, that's more money. We can also do Chaos Zakum at this point, but foolishly I already did him this week because I needed some money. So I have to wait until next week. So for now, the last big weekly boss we can do is Vellum. Finally get to finish off this this fourth boss in the area. Hopefully. I mean, I think I have the damage for it. We'll see. I do think I showed some of what he does in the last video. I edited it quite a bit, so I'm not entirely sure, but at least we got a bind. That's helpful. Need to make sure I have my damage buff, which I get by just attacking things repeatedly. Yeah, I got it. All right. Okay, now I got a burst. Make sure I don't get hit by his tails. Okay, pretty good. Got the full burst on. Ah! Scary. Ah! Scary. Oh, here's one of his Chaos exclusive attacks. He just puts a bunch of junk on the ground. It hurts you if you step in it. Kind of an annoyance. Ah! Oh my goodness, get me out of here. Okay, and here's his last one. He goes to one side of the arena and then he takes a deep breath and just fires a huge beam. And that will kill you if you get caught in it, of course. So you have to be very careful. What you doing, bud? Oh, he's breathing. Nice try, bud. The funny thing about having a character that just debuffs the enemy constantly is that you always know where the enemy is, even if their sprite isn't showing on the screen. Oh. I wonder if I can bind him here. I'm not gonna try, but it'd be funny. Oh, goodness me. That was tricky. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, that was so scary. Oh. Breathing again, bud? Getting a little old now. Just about there. Come on. What, you're breathing again? Oh my goodness. There we go. That's film done. Not sure that white flash probably. So let's see. We got 11 pieces. We need 15 to get the weapon. So I can't get the weapon right now. But the weekly boss reset is tomorrow night. So I'll be able to get equipment for this video and show the weapon off. But for now, that's all the bosses to do. Maybe I'll show Zach tomorrow as well. We'll see. But yeah, I'm surprised we got 11 out of that. So we can definitely get the weapon tomorrow. Oh yeah, we also got this box from Hilla, and it gave us a pet. The pet lasts for 3 months. Wow. So it's just an extra pet you can have along. It doesn't do much, but it's just picks up mesos compared to my other pet, which can like automatically buff me. That's still nice. You get 2 pets around. That's like a low chance to actually get the pet from that. You usually get the accessory for the pet. That's cool. The money we get from these, I already sold some crystals, but those were just like the daily stuff from yesterday and today. So these are the crystals from all of the Chaos Road of its bosses, plus Hardhilla and Magnus, I guess? Is Magnus in there? Maybe Magnus doesn't give one. No, guess not. Weird. But yeah, so if we sell all of these, that is 500 million mesos. It's a lot of money per week. Hey there, it's reset day. I already did Vellum again, so I actually have all the pieces I need. So I'm just gonna make this weapon, Fafnir Ancient Bow. And yeah, we got the full 4 set now. So now we just have to upgrade this. Thankfully, from the Spiegelman event, I got a, where is it? I got a unique potential scroll, which makes this real easy. It's 2-line, that's fine. I can use a stamp on it. There we go. 9% attack ain't bad, but it's certainly not good. So let me see, what kind of cubes do I have lying around? Let's start with this one. It's a good cube. Not great. Just looking for attack or boss damage mostly. So I'm gonna use, where are they? Okay, here's some cubes. And 9% attack, I mean, could be better. It's better than the current weapon, but may as well keep trying. Okay. This bow will get replaced at some point, so I don't want to spend too much on it, but I might grab some of the glowing cubes. Let's try that first. Anything at all would be great. 2-line attack maybe would be awesome. Oh, 9% attack. That's weird. Probably use some of the lesser cubes. 75 million. Yeah, okay. Like 10 of those. Should have settled for 9% attack, I guess. This is awful. Oh my goodness. 15% dex and 6% magic attack. What? Yeah, I'm gonna run out of money before I can do anything else. This clip is becoming longer and longer. I need to end it soon. Crit rate. Crit rate. All sets. Damage. Dex. All sets. Holy hell, can I... Are you kidding me? 15% magic attack? Oh, whatever, fine. 9% stats, 6% attack. That's fine, whatever. I also need to flame this thing. There you are. So looking for mostly attack. Okay, well, there's 52 attack. That's pretty good. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Whoa, wait a minute. That's slightly better. Okay, fine. And then I need to Star Force it. I'm not sure I can, though, because I don't have much money. Good start. Great start. I'm going straight to 10? Nope, almost. Okay, 10 star. I could probably do it a little more. Round this weapon off. Wow. Holy moly. Oh yeah, let's do it one more time and it'll fail. Okay, that's it. 13 star weapon. It adds almost 300,000 attack. So let's see, I'll put that on. And then switch here, and we are now at 2.1 million. What? Dang, really? Okay. It's the number one rumbler in chat here. That's awesome, I guess. Anyway, so that was a fun episode. We got through Morass and Esfera, which are very big regions. We finally gotten through all of the Arcane River content. That gives me the symbols at least. These go up to 20, so we're getting there. That'll be awesome to get up there. We also got our full set of Root Abyss gear. It's been a long day. So yeah, I think we made some pretty good strides this episode. I mean, we got to 1 million combat power, and then well after that, a few days later, got to 2 million. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.